Hey guys, I'm back here. It's Monday. So I'm starting a new project. I've already done one side of this 67 Austin FX4. It's a right-hand drive, and on the other side, I've already done it, is the A-pillar is totally gone. The inner rocker panels are totally gone. And then clear up into the C post and the B post. And then the kick panel, all this has been filled with fiberglass and Bondo, and then clear into the engine bay. So the other side I've already done, and all these parts, minus the outer rocker panel that once bolted on right there, we found that remade in England. We had them shipped over here. Everything else that you'll see is I'm going to make that all by hand. I will make the A-pillar all the way up to this recess that tucks up underneath and gets spot welded in this. Make that by hand. Obviously I had to take out like the bolt-in floors and stuff like that, and I'll have to remove this fender, the rear fender, because it bolts on. Have to remove that so I can get in there and patch that. After that, I will make this whole complete side as I did on the other side. It's not really complex. It's just time consuming and it's basic. This would be a great video for somebody basic getting into doing some metal repair on their car. This is basically just using a shear and a brake and bending metal to give you that type of reveal and whatnot. But as you can see, this A-pillar is totally gone. And then this one, I mean, I could move this whole A-post. So the front door does not line up whatsoever. So that's the culprit. This is one of the body mounts. So I'll have to remake partial of the floor. So this looks pretty decent. This panel here is totally gone, which that's part of making the inner rocker. But I'll probably splice it and make new all the way up. And then obviously the side kick panel will get replaced. But this will be pretty cool for you guys to kind of see this firsthand. So I'll build this piece out of, one or two pieces, 3 pieces. And then I'll get it all done. So I'm gonna do all this and get it back together and have it back to the customer probably by the 20th of January. So I'm gonna do this in about a week, week and a half, 2 weeks. So you guys stay tuned, and I'll dive into it. Once I get it all that cut out, I'm gonna start at the bottom. That's your foundation, kind of like your house. So I'm gonna get that out, and I'll get it out all the way up to the front. I'll build all that new so I could tie in the B post to it, so that'll be pretty much taken care of in the back. Then up here, it's a little bit more complex. Once I get it bolted down, I've got to come in and remove that pillar and that kind of thing. So you guys check it out, and I'm gonna start doing like a video I'm gonna see if I can do an elapsed time video, kind of speed up of me doing this. But in the next couple weeks, this is what I'm working on. So stay tuned, send me some comments. But like I said, this is like a beginner's, this is just basically bending and welding metal together to make it look stock. It's no English wheeling. It's a little bit of bead rolling, but you don't have to have all the tools I have to do a particular job like this, which this job is this is a pretty big task for most beginners. but it can be done. Okay, so I've got the rear fender removed. It's had some patchwork in the past, so I'm gonna have to assess that. It's pretty much gone there, gone up front, and then, I don't know if you can see it, it's gone there, you see the tire. So what I ended up doing, I ended up cutting out the original rocker, which, that's the inner rocker panel. The outer rocker panel bolts to that, but this car will probably never see a restoration again, so the rocker panel that I have that I got from England is gonna be spot welded on once I get everything there. But for now, these two bolts came out, those two broke off being so old. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drill them, and being here in America, I'm gonna drill them out and I'm gonna tap them to 1/2 inch 13. And I'll do that first thing tomorrow. And then I could start on this rear C-pillar, getting the inner fender panel and back up in there repaired. Once I get that repaired, then I'm gonna start fabbing and making that. And I'll get it up to the B-post, and I'll get the front one made as well. That's gonna give me my height of where everything needs to be. This here I ended up cutting off because it was rotted, so, and that's what I did on the other side. It makes it easier access to remove this panel straight out. So what I'm gonna do is I'll build this other panel, I'll get it in to where everything lines up, then I'll come in and I'll weld a piece here, and it gets spot welded to the inner rocker. So that's where I'm at for today, day one of this, and I'll just keep moving forward, but pretty good progress for day one to get it all ripped apart and kind of get it assessed so I know where to start tomorrow. So stay tuned. There'll be more hands-on fabricating the panels to come, but I've got to take it apart before I can start making new. So if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, go over there, subscribe. I do pretty much all types of cars. So whether it be American made or foreign, it's metal. It could always be manipulated and made. So get over there, shoot me some comments. And if you guys have any questions, but tomorrow we'll be getting more in depth to making some of the panels.